Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Dr.NostalgiaGamer. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Murdered Soul Suspect on the PlayStation 4. This game is by Square Enix, the makers of awesome video games like the Final Fantasy series. I decided to go ahead and do a review of this game because my wife picked me up this game actually not too long ago, and I started playing it. It's actually pretty cool, and it's a cool little... It's very different than most games I've ever played, so I thought it'd be cool to do a review of it. But anyway, so let's get started. So just a little bit of background information on the game before we get started. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. I've been playing the game for a little while now, so I'm just starting to get the hang of it. So I'm not starting it from the beginning or anything like that. I'm just going to show some general footage of it and give you guys some ideas how the game works. But anyway, so background on it. You're playing as the character named Ronan O'Connor, which is the guy you see pictured on the camera there. He's a detective for Salem Police Department. And he was working on a case of a masked killer who has been murdering young women in various ways and drawing symbols all over their bodies. He was in the process of chasing down the killer when he ended up getting into a fight with the killer. He was thrown out of a window, and he was shot multiple times in the chest, which I don't know if you guys can see on his body there, but there are little orange holes. It looks like there's 7 of them grouped on his chest, and those are all bullet wounds from when he was killed. His wife appeared to him and explained to him that he was in purgatory, basically, and that it was his job to figure out why he was there and to figure out why it was his soul wasn't at rest, and to use his detective skills to find out who his killer was, basically, is the ultimate goal. So about 80% of the game or so is spent finding clues and solving small little mysteries. There are lots of little side missions and stuff like that where you can help other lost souls find their way and things like that. But anyway, so this is the character. This is Ronan. You can see he's got his badge on. He always has his little ghost cigarette in his mouth. He's got the 7 holes in his chest, which do go through to the back as well. He's heavily tattooed. Apparently, his family had a history of crime, and then him and his brother both turned to being detectives, although they were never well liked because, like I said, their family was full of crime. Anyway, so where I am right now is I'm in the Salem Museum for the Salem witch trials, and I am searching for clues regarding what the killer's known as the Bell Killer. You can see that every time you have a mission, the letters, what you're trying to do, pops up on the screen, kind of hovering in the air. You can see that I'm glowing kind of blue, and that's because I am one of the purgatory ghosts. You can see that this little girl over here, she's helping me. She's a medium, and so is her mother. She's one of the few people that can see and hear and talk to me. He has a couple of skills he can do. He can warp short distances, as you can see here. He can also possess people, which I can't do right now because there's nobody around that I can possess. And the only enemies you have in this game are actually demons, who you have to sneak up behind, and you have to use a button combination to kill them. Hopefully I'll get to show you some of that stuff too later. And when you do come across demons, how you hide from them is in these little... The game calls them remnants of ghosts. I guess they're like where ghosts have traveled before. Anyway, so when you push R2 on the PS4 controller, you go like this, and the demons can't see you, but if they're already looking for you and you're inside of one of these things, they'll like smack them with their demon claw hands or whatever, and that'll actually, they can find you that way. So you have to jump back and forth from these things. You can see I can pass through objects. As long as they don't glow that sort of weird, like, blue color, that means I can pass through them, which makes it really nice to be able to move around. It actually makes it easier than most games where you have to like walk around objects. You can just walk through them in this game.
It will always belong to you. Shame, Richie. This part of conversation, the spirit world, will surely condemn you as a witch. I need you to lift up this pen.
Oh, and he can't touch physical human items. He has to get her to do it for him.
It's called The Hanged Witch. It's creepy.
It's the killer symbol. Mediums because he thinks they're witches. That's insane. Who do I know that's interested in mediums? Baxter.
You have to pair things together to make sense out of everything.
You dropped the case when he was demoted. Alright, found the killer's symbol. We got a suspect to look into. We're almost there.
And not one step closer to finding my mom.
Like I said, the world doesn't need another whiner.
You know what? Screw you. You don't understand.
They have a very interesting relationship.
Don't understand? My wife was murdered 3 years ago. She got to float up into the white light, and I got stuck here in this place with some bitchy teen.
Alright, so we got some demons now. Let's see. So, when you push R1 on the trigger, the demons light up orange, and all the spots where you can hide light up in that kind of blue color. I'll try to get up on some of them and kill them and let you see what it looks like. So you have to hide from them when they find you. After they looked for you for a while, they just sort of get bored and kind of disappear. See if I can get him. And that's how you kill a demon. Pretty badass that you can kill demons in this game. And as far as like possessing people goes, I was kind of disappointed with this aspect of the game because with possession, there's very little you can do. When you actually possess a human, you don't control them. Like you can't make them move or anything. You only get 4 options. You get influence, mind read, peek, or dispossess. Dispossess just makes you pop out of them. Mind read lets you see what they're thinking, which usually for most people in the game is nothing important. Sometimes there's funny stuff. Most of the time it's just stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense. Peek will let you see through their eyes if they're looking at something that you need to see. For example, there's a scene where somebody's holding a stack of papers that has to do with your case you're working on, and you look through his eyes to read the paperwork. And influence is where you can actually select memories and make them remember something that they've forgotten. That way you can see their memory. Yeah, so you not only can you possess people, but you can also possess cats in this game. So it's interesting. The cats help you get around to certain areas that are hard to get to. So you can press R2 and you can become a cat, and you can even meow, which is adorable. And then the cat can reach certain areas that you can't. It's really pretty. The graphics are beautiful. It's very eerie. It's not scary. The game isn't scary. The only thing even remotely scary about the game is when the demons come out, they make that horrible screeching sound. But, I mean, the game itself isn't scary at all. There's a couple of characters in the game that are a little bit scary and kind of freak you out, but it's not a jump scare game. Things don't jump out and scare you. It's not a game where you're, like, running from evil creatures. I mean, the demons are the closest thing the game gets to actually being scary. Alright guys, so that's it for this episode of Dr.NostalgiaGamer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, this game was pretty fun. There's some annoying things about the game. The controls can have some problems sometimes. The game is not super intuitive. A lot of times you have to kind of teach yourself what you need to do and where you need to go. Sometimes some of the clues don't make any sense to me. It'll tell you, which of the following would help me do this in the case, and I'll click on one that makes sense to me at least, and then it'll say it's wrong, and then finally I'll guess the right one, and it's one that doesn't make any sense to me as to whether or not how that applies to the case. Overall, the gameplay's fun. It's a little bit boring at times. The most boring part of the game was looking for clues, and that's a good bit of the game, to be honest.
I was not a huge fan of that. It was just sort of a nuisance to me to have to run around looking for clues. It's good. I love the graphics in the game. It's a very interesting, compelling case. Definitely, they definitely have it pretty well down there. But overall, I mean, I think the game was good, but it could have been better. I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7, maybe a little bit higher. I am having fun playing it. But like I said, there are a lot of boring parts of it. But anyway, so I mean, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. I hope you guys will like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments about this video or any questions for me, feel free to comment below. But anyway, that's it for this time. I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.